The world government is the strongest organization in One Piece. It came into existence several centuries ago after 20 nations allied together to quell the threat of the Great Kingdom. Since then, the organization's power has increased by many folds, and currently, over 100 One Piece countries fall under its jurisdiction. Despite having so much power, the world government has not always been successful in achieving its objectives. It has had to face setbacks multiple times, and given its stature, they feel like absolutely crushing defeats. These bungled tasks have cost the world government dearly. With that in mind, here are the biggest failures of the world government. Failed to kill Sabo. Sabo is the chief of staff of the Revolutionary Army, meaning he is Dragon's right-hand man. Sabo is an incredible fighter, but he is also an apt strategist. After successfully rescuing Kuma, Sabo managed to learn a big secret, which put him at the top of the world government's hit list. Sabo fled from Mariejoy and ended up in the Lelougia Kingdom. Following his escape, the world government released news that he was responsible for killing Nefertari Cobra. This plan backfired spectacularly, as it ended up raising the spirits of people across the world. Many rebellions broke out, and some of them were victorious. Even Imu tried to kill Sabo, but the attempt ended in failure. This was a big slap in the face of the world government, unable to stop the Revolutionary Army. The Holy Land, or simply Mariejoy, is home to the Celestial Dragons, the Five Elders, and Imu. It holds information about the dark history of the world, which is why it is heavily guarded to ensure that there are no trespassers. Unfortunately, all these measures proved futile, as the Revolutionary Army still managed to infiltrate it. Sabo and the three commanders not only rescued Bartholomew Kuma, but they also destroyed the symbol of the Celestial Dragons, freed the other slaves, and got rid of all the food supplies in Mariejoy. This incident sent shockwaves throughout the world, and it showed the people that the world government isn't infallible. Multiple botched attempts to kill Luffy. Monkey D. Luffy is the main protagonist of the story. He aspires to become the Pirate King, a feat only achieved by Gold D. Roger. Luffy has shown that he is a remarkable combatant who can take down the strongest One Piece characters. The world government has closely followed his progress and, on many occasions, tried to eliminate him. Ima, the true sovereign of the world, considers Luffy a big threat and wants him dead. The most recent attempt on Luffy's life happened in the Wano Country arc Guernica. A CP0 agent distracted Luffy, which allowed Kaido to land a critical hit. Luffy was on the verge of death, but it enabled him to awaken the true power of his devil fruit. The world government failed to achieve its goal yet again and created a completely new problem for itself. Couldn't secure the poneglyphs. The shady past of the world government has been kept under wraps with the help of excessive force. Before the destruction of the Great Kingdom, the natives decided to inscribe the truth on the poneglyphs. These steels are made of sea stone, which makes them indestructible. The world government realized this, and it strictly forbade the deciphering of poneglyphs. Anyone who broke this law was severely punished. However, the existence of poneglyphs meant that intrepid individuals could try to read them. Due to their availability, Gold D. Roger and his crew were able to learn the true history of the factory. The fact that the world government couldn't stop the Great Kingdom from leaving traces of its existence is a massive failure. Unable to retrieve blueprints of Pluton. Pluton is one of the ancient weapons that hold a massive amount of power. According to the information disclosed so far, Pluton is a warship that can effortlessly obliterate an island. It is very likely that Pluton belonged to the Great Kingdom, as it was considered to be technologically superior to the other nations of its time. So, the world government prioritized getting its hands on the blueprints of the warship. The organization sent CP9 undercover to work for Galilaw in an attempt to find out its location. The agents could not find the blueprints, as they were inside Frankie's body. When he did reveal the blueprints, he simply burned them, thus wasting all the effort of the world government. Failed to stop the Great Pirate Era. The Roger Pirates became the biggest enemies of the world government after they successfully navigated to the final island in the Grand Line. Upon their arrival, all the members of the crew learned about the various secrets of the world. Not long after their accomplishment, the Roger pirates disbanded, and their captain turned himself in. The world government was ecstatic because it finally had the most dangerous pirate in captivity. The organization decided to execute Roger in Low Town to make a statement, but the king of the pirates had other plans. Before the execution, a person asked Roger about his treasure, and he was happy to respond. Roger told everyone that he left the greatest treasure, One Piece, on a certain island. The executioners used their weapons to kill Roger, but they were too late. The Pirate King's final words started a new era of piracy, which gave rise to the world government's biggest nemesis. And in other news, One Piece, the strongest abilities of Blackbeard, ranked. Marshall D. Teach, better known as Blackbeard, is the admiral of the Blackbeard Pirates in Eiichiro Oda's One Piece series. Prior to the start of the story, Blackbeard was just an ordinary member of Whitebeard's crew. However, he ended up murdering his crewmate and running away. Blackbeard managed to join the Shichibukai and used the opportunity to invade Impel Down and gather new crew members. After the 2-year time skip, Blackbeard and his crew crushed the Whitebeard pirates, and he became one of the Yonko. With a bounty of 3,996,000,000 berries, there is no doubt that Blackbeard is among the most powerful One Piece characters. But what is it that makes him so special? Special body? According to Marco, Blackbeard has a special body. Many fans believe that Blackbeard's special body enabled him to consume more than one devil fruit, as normal humans would die after consuming 2 devil fruits. Blackbeard's body is also extremely resilient, as evidenced by his multiple fights throughout the series. Blackbeard was able to tank attacks from Ace, Whitebeard, and Sengoku, yet he was not seriously injured. He also possesses incredible physical strength, as he nearly broke Ace's neck with a single punch. Kenbunchaku Haki. A lot of fans are still unaware of the fact that Blackbeard is a Kenbunchaku Haki user, and an excellent one at that. The Yonko used his Kenbunchaku Haki for the first time during the Jaya arc. When Luffy told him about his 30 million bounty, Blackbeard was surprised that it was so low. He could sense that a fighter like him deserved a higher bounty. Blackbeard utilized it again in the Impel Down arc, and he used it to gauge Luffy's growth. He stated that the Straw Hat's Haki had grown more powerful since their last meeting. Blackbeard has yet to show whether he has future sight or not. Busashoku Haki. Blackbeard rarely uses his Haki, so it is quite difficult to measure how apt he is. He has fought so many powerful opponents in his career as a pirate, but he has only used Busashoku Haki once. The only time Blackbeard used it was to defend himself against the attack of S-Hawk. This is a big feat considering a single slash from the Seraphim sword was able to slice off a part of Amazon Lily's mountain. As the story moves forward, fans are likely to see Blackbeard using his Haki more frequently. High intelligence. Blackbeard is a genius when it comes to playing his moves. He joined the Whitebeard pirates intending to find the Yami Yami no Mi and stayed away from promotions to avoid becoming too conspicuous. After getting his hands on the devil fruit, Blackbeard's next goal was to capture Luffy and hand him over to the world government in exchange for a place in the Shichibukai. But he had to improvise because of Ace's intervention. Eventually, Blackbeard fought Ace and turned him in instead. Following his induction into the Shichibukai, Blackbeard took advantage of the Marines being busy fighting the Whitebeard pirates and infiltrated Impel Down. Blackbeard then proceeded to free the most notorious criminals in the history of the organization. Once he got what he wanted, Blackbeard went to Marineford, killed Whitebeard, and stole his devil fruit. He even predicted that one of Law, Luffy, or Kid would come to Winter Island, so he decided to lay in wait and steal their road poneglyphs. Considering he achieved so much with his intelligence, it wouldn't be an overstatement to call him one of the smartest characters in One Piece. Guragura no Mi. The Guragura no Mi is arguably the strongest devil fruit in the entire series. Before Blackbeard, it belonged to Whitebeard, and it earned him the title of the strongest man in the world. The Guragura no Mi allows its user to create quakes, and Whitebeard nearly sank Marineford to the bottom of the sea. Given the power of the devil fruit, it wasn't surprising that Blackbeard wanted to steal it. He waited for the perfect opportunity to strike, which came in the Marineford arc. The Marines had already weakened Whitebeard, meaning that all Blackbeard had to do was land the finishing blow. After killing his former captain, Blackbeard somehow stole his Gura Gura no Mi and became the first person to have 2 devil fruits. Since then, Blackbeard has improved his control over the Gura Gura no Mi and is now a genuine threat to the world government. Yami Yami no Mi. The Yami Yami no Mi is a Logia-type devil fruit that was eaten by Blackbeard. He stayed on Whitebeard's crew in the hopes of finding the devil fruit. When he found out that Thatch had gotten his hands on the Yami Yami no Mi, Blackbeard killed his comrade and ran away. The Yami Yami no Mi allows him to create and manipulate darkness at will. The darkness created by the devil fruit is strong enough to engulf an entire city in seconds. It also has a strong gravitational pull that can crush buildings and other structures with ease. However, the best thing about the Yami Yami no Mi is its ability to nullify the power of other devil fruits. It is an absolutely insane ability that makes all manner of devil fruits useless. The Yami Yami no Mi does have one drawback though. It doesn't make its user intangible like other Logia devil fruits do. That's a wrap for this video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We'll be back with more amazing videos very soon.